Hey beautiful people, good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anita, I'm a student of New University here in Cyprus, and in today's video guys, I'm going to explain to you all that you need to know about accommodation here in Cyprus. This video is just like a continuation of the previous video which I made, and yeah, there were some couple of questions I couldn't answer in the last video because I didn't want the video to be too long, and so I decided to come on here to make a second video as regards the question. The question was all about accommodation in Cyprus, of which I'm going to explain shortly. All that you need to know about on-campus accommodation as well as off-campus accommodation. All right, so without further ado guys, let us head on straight into today's video. Alright guys, so for incoming students, we have two types of accommodation here in Cyprus. We have the on-campus accommodation and we have the off-campus accommodation. On-campus accommodation is accommodation that is within the school premises, and off-campus accommodation is accommodation that is away from the school premises. There are two kinds of school dormitory. We have the private dormitory and we have the public dormitory. Private dormitory is a luxurious kind of dormitory whereby you can have a room to yourself, or it could be a shared apartment. There can be two persons in a room, okay, but it's much more expensive as compared to the public kind of dormitory whereby there are like 3 to 4 persons in a room, and the dormitory there are bunks in the room whereby there could be 2 beds in a bunk and there could be like 2 bunks in a room, in the sense that there are like 4 persons in a room in that of a public dormitory. The first advantage of living in the school dormitory is that it is a walkable distance from your dormitory to your classroom, or from your dormitory to the library, or from your dormitory to the cafeteria. Like anything you want to do within the school premises is a very much walkable distance from your dormitory to that particular place. Secondly guys, there are separate dormitories. We have the dormitory for the females and we have the dormitory for the males. All right, so maybe for parents that wouldn't want their children to live in accommodation whereby there are males and females in an apartment, I'll advise you go for the school dormitory whereby you can put your boy child in the male dormitory, or you put your girl child in the female dormitory, okay? But that does not mean you cannot have visitors. You can have visitors to come visit you, but I think that there are visiting hours, okay? The hours that you're not supposed to come visiting, you won't be allowed into the school dormitory, all right? Also, the third advantage is you don't need to pay for your Wi-Fi, you don't need to pay for your electricity, you don't need to pay for water bill or any other sorts of bills, because all of these bills has been included in your accommodation fees. Unlike off-campus accommodation where the light bill, the water bill, the Wi-Fi is separate from the rent itself, okay? But that of on-campus accommodation, once you've paid for your accommodation fees, you are good to go. Like you don't need to pay for any other thing until you are done with that semester. Alright, so I've explained to you the kinds of apartments we have in an off-campus accommodation. We have the studio apartment, which is just like a self-contained apartment. This studio apartment does not have a parlor, it just has a room, it has a toilet, and it has a bathroom, and it has just one kitchen, okay? Then we have a 1+1 apartment. This 1+1 apartment is just like a 1-bedroom apartment. It has 1 room, it has 1 parlor, it has 1 kitchen, 1 toilet and 1 bathroom. Then we also have a 2+1 apartment. This 2 stands for 2-bedroom apartment, and then the 1 stands for parlor, okay? You have 1 parlor in a 2+1 apartment, you have 2 bedroom, you have 1 kitchen, you have 1 toilet, and you have 1 bathroom. Then we have another apartment that we call 3+1 apartment. This 3+1 apartment is just like a 3-bedroom apartment. Yeah, the 1 there stands for a parlor, but most houses have 2 toilets and 1 bathroom. Yeah, I stay in a 3+1 apartment, so in my own apartment we have 2 toilets and we have 1 bathroom. So let me explain to you the payment plan, like how much each accommodation costs here in Cyprus. The studio apartment costs about 200 to 240 euro, and most times the landlord will ask you to pay for 6 months rent straight up. Yeah, if you're a new student, you're supposed to pay for like 6 months rent straight up. You have to pay for like either 1 or 2 deposits, and then you have to pay for 1 commission. So what does this 6 months rent, 2 deposits and 1 commission mean? 6 months rent, it means that you have to pay for, maybe if you're paying for 200 euro for a studio apartment, like I said earlier, a studio apartment is just like a self-contained, like it's just like a 1-room apartment to yourself, okay? So if you're paying for a studio apartment, you have to pay 200 euro for like 6 months straight. Okay, that's 200 euros just for 1 month. So let's just say 200 times 6, which is 1,200, right? You have to pay 1,200 at once if you want to stay in that accommodation. And this is mostly for new students, or not even just new students, for people that are going into the apartment for the first time. Okay, so you have to pay for 6 months at once. Some landlord could tell you to pay for 4 months at once, or you could pay for 3 months as one, depending on the arrangements you have with the landlord or discussion. You can beg the landlord to allow you to please pay for like 3 months. He should please beat down the price for you. I mean, it depends on the discussion you have with the agent and also with the landlord. Okay, also, what does this 2-month deposit or 1-month deposit mean? It means that you have to pay for a deposit, like it's just like an insurance. It's just like a money you keep aside, that the landlord keeps aside. It's not part of your rent. It's just a separate money aside your rent, in the sense that in case if you break anything or you destroy anything in the apartment, the landlord will from the deposit fix all these things you spoiled. But if you don't spoil anything and you want to leave that apartment, and tell the landlord to give you back your deposits. Okay, you could pay just a month deposit or 2-month deposits, depending on the arrangements you have with the landlord. Okay, some landlords collect 1 deposit, some landlords collect 2 deposits. In my own case, the landlord collected 1 deposit. I was quite lucky to get an accommodation whereby I didn't have to pay for 6 months straight. No, I was quite lucky to get an accommodation whereby I was just able to pay for just 1 month. Yeah, and here in Cyprus, I pay in dollar. Yeah, but most apartment, guys, you pay most apartments in euro or in pounds. So what does this one commission mean? This commission is the money you pay to the agent. That there are agents that help you to search for apartments as these. Okay, so you have to pay the commission to the agents for helping you find an accommodation. Okay, so all this money is being collected at once. So these are just the payment plans of accommodations here in Cyprus. I just hope this video was able to explain 1 or 2 things as regards accommodation here in Cyprus. I hope this video was very much helpful. I hope the video was very much informative. I just had to share the little information I know, because I may not really give a concrete or a solid information as regards everything about accommodation here in Cyprus, but I believe that this little information I've shared with you will give you a hint of how the prices and how the kinds of accommodation we have in Cyprus here entails. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next one.